It's The Deal with Villarreal on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
I don't know what the big deal is. I really don't.
All right, look.
Okay, here's the deal.
All right, look. All right, look. Here's the. All right, look.
Okay, here's the deal.
All right, look.
Okay, here's the deal.
All right, look. Here's the deal.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I am Villarreal. This is The Deal. Episode 5 coming to you Monday, December the 14th.
We don't need no stinking titles.
We don't need no stinking titles.
I thought that was perfect since you're Mexican and all.
Yeah, I liked it. I wasn't mad at it. But we're glad to be back, guys. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a fantastic weekend. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and start off there. As I said last week, we had a show with a band I play with at a new venue called Tailfins in Destin. It's a brand new place built from the ground up, so they haven't been around that long, but highly recommend it. Staff was awesome. The place is awesome. I know they got some big groups coming through. I think the Velcro Pygmies are coming. If you haven't checked those guys out, they're about as good of an 80s cover band as you're going to find, man. They're pretty dope. But highly recommend that. So big shout out to everybody at Tailfins. Appreciate you guys. They were treated us awesome. We had a great time there. Also, as I mentioned before we went on air, I got to bring up the coolest thing that happened yesterday. I've got a bit of a Sunday ritual.
I highly doubt it was the coolest thing that happened yesterday, but go ahead.
Well, to me, and I don't give a shit about anybody else, so yeah, it's the coolest thing that happened.
It is your show.
So yesterday, I have a Sunday ritual. I just posted out on Facebook and Twitter the official show mascot, Samson. Of course, Pimpy K, you know Samson. He's definitely an attention getter. That's my 192-pound Great Dane. Sweetest animal on the planet. But we do a Sunday ritual. We go to downtown Pensacola.
It's cool.
Go around, get some drinks, get some food. Samson gets to see all his freaking fans, and he's definitely a rock star down there. And as I'm beginning to wrap up the evening, coming back up Jefferson, a truck comes by, and a person who I still don't know who they are. If you hear this person, hit me up on Facebook or something. I'd like to give you credit.
Or if you know this person anyway.
Yeah, if you know about this event. But
I mean, if that guy's just driving around town randomly screaming out,
Villarreal.
I mean, that's badass too.
Gave a scream out to Villarreal and The Deal and Pimpy K and the PMVN network. So that was definitely awesome. So
identify yourself, and you shall have a T-shirt, my man.
That's right. T-shirts coming your way. I appreciate the love, man. That's awesome. Also, shout out to my boy Thomas on Facebook. He gave some feedback today, all positive. I appreciate that. But if you got some other stuff, guys, if you got some creative criticism you want to hit me up with, I'm open to that too. We want to make this. We try to say this all the time. You're better at remembering to say it than I am, but we want to hear from you guys. We want to address your problems and concerns and your topics, and we also care what you think. I mean, it doesn't mean that because you say something we're going to jump up and do that. There's a lot of other moving parts that may not make that happen, but we definitely want to hear from you. It's y'all's show as much as it is my show. You just don't get a microphone. But anywho's, that's my weekend, man. How was your weekend?
It was pretty good, man. The Raiders beat the Donkeys.
I saw that. I believe the headline I saw was Denver's anemic offense.
Yeah, well, I mean, our offense wasn't that great either, but then again, we were going up against the number 1 defense. But the story of the game was Mr. Number 52.
No, I didn't see it, so please catch me up with what was happening. I want to hear this.
Well, let's just say this. The score going into the half was, I believe it was 12-0. We were
Denver's
listen, well, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, you got to understand. Well, first of all, we kept them out of the end zone every fucking time. I mean,
nice.
that was 12. That was four field goals. Okay, our offense was stagnant. But you got to understand. I mean, we're building this team. We're not quite there yet, but we were going up against the number 1 defense in the nation, and well deserved. I mean, they're a tough fucking bunch. But Khalil Mack, man, this motherfucker, 5 sacks. The most in the NFL in one game since 2002, which is the last year where we were relevant, by the way. I don't know if anybody knows that or not. When we went to the Super Bowl and got our asses handed to us by Chucky.
Yeah.
The first time ever that a coach was traded.
Yeah.
But he ended up with 5 sacks, 7 tackles, and 2 forced fumbles.
Damn.
One of which he forced a fumble, Osweiler to fumble in the end zone for a safety.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I did see the field goals because I've got Denver's kicker on my fantasy team, so I was getting those alerts. But.
First time they've had a safety since the playoffs. Or no, the first quarter of the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Yeah, against the Seahawks, they forced the safety on him too.
Well, and the other big snippets I saw, because we stayed the night after the show Saturday night at Tailfins again. Mad props Tailfins. But we stayed the night and just kind of made
sending me some fucking checks.
Man, they were dope, dude. I mean, you can deal with some less than pleasant venues, but these guys were awesome. But the headlines I saw: Cincinnati suffers their first loss.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh took them down.
Well, no, that's not their first loss. That's actually their third loss, isn't it?
Was it Cincinnati? Oh, okay, I might be wrong. I apologize. But I see that Carolina is still just getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and
that is happening. You
got to be scared of those motherfuckers if you're running up against them in the playoffs, I would think. I mean, they seem like they are significantly better than when they started the season.
Yeah, the funny thing is the worst game they played all year was last week against the Saints, and they still found a fucking way to win.
And still way to win. Yeah, the Saints played out of their minds and couldn't get enough going to make it happen. But also, if you're an MMA fan, you're probably just still in shock because we had giant cards on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 35 fights in 3 days.
A lot of them were free, too.
Yeah, two of the. Well, you had the. I think you had one that was on Fight Pass, one that was on Fox, and then one pay per view.
Unfortunately, I watched N1.
Yeah, I didn't get to either.
But I stay in here working for you.
But I did get to see some, and I appreciate you. And I did get to see some highlights of them. If you got the internet, the interwebs, you can look up the entire Conor McGregor fight, all 13 seconds of it. Dude is.
I did see the whole fight, believe it or not. I sat through the whole fucking thing.
Dude backs up his mouth, man. I mean, when they walked out there, Jose Aldo looked terrified. He looked absolutely terrified.
That had to be the fastest right cross I ever saw. I had to watch
I had to watch it in slow-mo, yeah.
Like three times in slow-mo just to finally see where he hit him, because Jesus, that motherfucker came out of nowhere.
Jose wound up for a big left hook, and Conor threw a short little inside
since
hook.
Since he was acting like a little douchebag at the beginning of the fight, doing all that weird fucking, that no way bullshit. Like I forget what the fuck name of that style is. He doesn't do it, but he was acting like it. But I could have sworn he was just going to get his shit beat in, because usually people that talk shit, sort of like when the Spider Anderson Silva was acting like an idiot against that one dude.
Yeah,
He just got
Chris Weidman, he got put to sleep.
Got knocked the fuck out.
Yep, put straight to sleep.
God, that dude. God, Aldo's not a bad fighter. How the fuck, dude?
No, dude, he was undefeated in the UFC.
Fucking seconds. That's nuts.
Yeah, a lot of people considered him to be the pound for pound best fighter on the planet right now, but he looked absolutely terrified from the moment he hit the octagon.
Yeah, he wouldn't even look him in the eye.
Yeah, didn't make eye contact to the bell ring, and then shortly after that, he's making eye contact with the floor.
Which tells me one thing. Not necessarily. Now, Conor McGregor's a beast, don't get me wrong. But
he's an animal, yeah.
Here's what it tells me. It tells me that all that shit talking paid off, and he was all in that motherfucker.
I don't think there can be any doubt that Conor is A, the best shit talker that's ever been in the UFC, and B, he's effective. He gets in people's heads, he rattles them, he gets them out of their game plans.
I like how it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter even if it's someone he's fighting. It doesn't even have to be his weight class. He talks shit to everybody.
He talks shit to everyone. Yeah, absolutely everyone. Well, and they're saying, a lot of people are saying that this is probably his last fight at 145. He's probably going to move up to 155. So that would definitely be interesting. That's a whole new stable of animals to contend with. So we shall see. Also on that card, you had Luke Rockhold versus Chris Weidman, which really I knew was going to be.
You know who he kind of reminds me of?
Who's that?
The young brother from Oasis. You know, the cocksucker one?
Oh, yeah.
Just the way he wears the glasses and just acts all chill while he's saying like massively brutal shit.
Just horrible, yeah. Just eviscerating people verbally. But he did make some horrible tattoo decisions.
I don't know if a lot of people out there really, other than just their music, and I'm pretty sure "In the Rain" is a lyric in every one of their songs. Oasis, it was two brothers,
Noah and Liam, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of which, the lead singer, the younger one, was a complete and utter fucking pompous prick.
Just toolbag right out of the gate.
Pretty much thought he's like, we're better than the Beatles.
Said they were bigger than the Beatles. Yeah,
which is really.
Somebody did an article.
Go either way with that, but
I'm sure you can search and find this. But it's been a few years ago, shortly after the demise of Oasis. Somebody did an article on how many times someone had used the comparison. They're the next Beatles. They're bigger than the Beatles. Every single time it's been like instant, landing gear not down into the freaking mountainside. So if you want to completely fuck your band, say you're bigger than the Beatles. See how that works out for you. But Ringo does suck. I'll stick with that. But anyways, also on that fight card, we had Chris Weidman for the middleweight title against Luke Rockhold, and that was I think it ended in the 5th, but Luke Rockhold split his forehead wide ass open.
Split Weidman's?
Yeah, Weidman lost. He lost the title. It was a good fight, but Rockhold's a beast, man. And the last picture I saw was Weidman getting up, and there was just insert elbows, inside and outside elbows over and over and over. And, I mean, his forehead was laid open really bad. And the referee finally just, he gave him every chance he could to fight, but it was he wasn't coming out of it. So I hated to see that. I'm a big Weidman fan, but I'm a big Rockhold fan. So the rematch of that should be pretty freaking awesome.
He never became anything, but you know who my favorite MMA guy was?
Who's that?
The little prick that used to color his hair something different every time. He was on I think season 2 of Tough. Chris.
Oh, Lieben?
Yes, Chris
Lieben. Yeah, he was.
I like that kid, man.
Chris
I don't
Lieben.
know why.
He was. I believe he was the first fight that Anderson Silva had when he came over from Pride and got destroyed.
Oh no, he wasn't good. He's like.
No, he was.
Roy,
he was tough. He was
like,
tough as shit.
He's like Roy Big Country Nelson or Stephen Bonner. They're not ever gonna go anywhere, but it's fun as fuck to watch them fight.
Yeah, see, I disagree. See, Roy Big Nelson. People underestimate that guy. That guy is incredibly skilled. He just will not get his shit together and get in
You want
shape.
to know what I liked about Chris Lieben? Is it Lieben?
Yeah, Lieben. Yeah,
or Leben or whatever.
Chris the Crippler Lieben.
The way he used to stomp on the top of people's feet, like he brought that.
He was
to
all
the
about
UFC.
the.
He's like originated that shit. Now you see people do it all the time.
Yeah, which if you don't know what that is where you take your heel and you step directly on the top of someone's arch of their foot, and it is godly painful if it lands clean, man. It'll definitely distract you. But he came in and fought Anderson Silva, and I think it's safe to say anybody, if you look up that fight, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube now. But he took an ass whipping that anybody else would have went down.
Did Dana put that together, or was that something that they needed another fighter on short notice?
No, it was a planned bout. As far as I can remember,
Chris is a short notice fighter for the most part these days.
Yeah, I mean he was and this you're talking years ago, but that was right when Anderson. Nah, he's out now. He's had a lot of problems. I think he's had some drinking problems or substance abuse problems or some kind of problems like that. But he's a good dude that's just kind of fucked up. Came from a real bad upbringing. But maybe one of the toughest sumbitches I've ever seen in my life. I mean, you can beat the shit out of this kid, and he just won't go down.
Yeah, those guys that build their career off of chips from their shoulders are typically they don't have longevity.
Well, and his strongest skill was always that you could hit him in the face with a 2x4 and he wouldn't go down. Right. I mean, that was always his best strength. But then we found out, obviously that Anderson Silva went on to be ungodly dominant and beat the dog shit out of a lot of people until he met Chris Weidman and got put to sleep, acting like an asshole. But we want to remind you always, we forgot to say this at the top, Twitter, @ChadVilly, Facebook. Did we determine that we definitely can search Chad Villarreal for the Facebook? Is that the most effective way to do that?
I had some people say they had a hard time finding it, and I still haven't added it to the webpage, which is something I will do, I promise. I think ultimately what the best thing to do is to go to the Pimpy K Facebook.
Okay, there you go.
And you can see where you've shared and blah, blah, blah. And
look for the deal logo.
Chad
and,
Villarreal.
Click on that and hit me up. Okay, we have a stand-in. Our associate producer, the lovely Miss Anna Maria, is not with us this evening. She is in contact with us through the
somebody just as cute
through the airwaves. But we have the adorable fill-in over here. Did you want to introduce our adorable AP fill-in, associate producer fill-in?
Wes.
We're just going to go with Wes.
He hasn't been here long enough to have a last name yet.
Oh, sorry about that, Wes. But evidently a lot of people have found the Facebook because they are steady blowing it up as we speak. But
and I would bring up the contact screen, but we were already starting to page a little bit, so I didn't want to tempt fate.
Breaking news. Dun, 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 dun. We have identified the shout out that was received on Jefferson on Sunday.
Is that right?
That is one Mr. Daniel Cook. Gentleman, I've known him for freaking forever. He went to a fellow tater.
That cheapens it a little bit for me.
Daniel,
you're still going to get your shirt.
No, Dan, you got a shirt coming your way, man. Appreciate you. It was definitely cool as shit, and hopefully there's many more to come, but I should have known. Somehow I should have known. But appreciate the shout-out, brother. Appreciate the love. Anyways, guys,
thanks for watching the deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for checking out the show. Everybody out there, spread the word. The more listeners we get, the more we're able to build up our sponsorships, the more we'll be able to do stuff, the better show we're going to be able to give you guys. So, all in all, it comes back to you. It's a good investment. But @ChadVilly on Twitter, search Chad Villarreal on Facebook. We know that works now.
It just scrolled by the bottom.
And it's scrolling, on your screen.
Villarreal @pimpyk.com is the email.
That's the email. And, of course, you can find all that shit where?
pimpyk.com.
That's right.
Except for the Facebook part, because I still haven't.
Yeah, we'll get the Facebook part on there. But like I said, if you go on Facebook, people are finding it pretty successfully, I would say, because they're lighting us up on here.
They're there.
Also, to the winners of our Facebook contest, we have not forgotten you.
If they're actually,
we'll be hitting you up and getting you
if they're
your
actually
merch.
sitting at home watching an internet show, they know how to use Facebook.
That-
I don't
yeah,
think
correct.
they need to be instructed on the arts of the interwebs.
You would think not. Yes, this international web thing seems to be really taking off, guys. I think it's going to stick around for a little while. I'm thinking about really getting some learning in it, and I mean, I don't know.
And maybe running some shit for yourself for a change.
No, let's not get crazy.
Maybe taking some initiative.
Let's slow down.
God forbid.
Jesus. But so anyways, we wrapped up the NFL. We've hit on. Oh, I do have. Well, we'll save that story. I'm gonna save that story for a little bit. But yeah, hit us up on the email, hit us up on the Twitter, hit us up on the Facebook. We want to hear from you
The
and
Twitter.
address your
You're
problems.
like a fucking 70-year-old
The
man.
Twitters. I like to say the everything. Thus the deal with the Villarreal.
I see. My
Let's
bad.
change that. The deal with the Villarreal. And I'll refer to myself as the Villarreal from now on. Now that I can't say my own name. But
we do need to find a way to address that when you search the show, that other Villarreal comes up. Remember that?
oh yeah.
And I think that guy just records himself playing video
Yeah,
soccer games.
some guy that records himself playing
FIFA or
fucking
something.
Pong or some shit. Asshole.
Every time you talk, you sound more and more like an 80-year-old man. He's playing that Pong on that the
Probably
Twitter.
listening to his rock and roll music. Son of a bitch.
It's the devil's music.
But so anyways, we were right now 4,000 billion games to go, so we'll worry about that later on in the year. But I'll tell you what, Pimpy K, we had a good spot to go ahead and run to our first break.
I hope we can make it.
All right.
We're not dropped any frames, but we are clipping out a little bit. Why, I have no idea. But
Well, fortunately, I have the best motherfucker on the planet addressing that shit, and that's that gentleman right there. So we apologize for the whatever that was. I don't know what it is. I just talk, kids. But it's the deal with Villarreal, Pimpy K, AP West, off camera, but here with us. And we'll be back to you cats in just a minute. Stick around.
You're listening to The Deal with Villarreal on PMVN Radio.
The disciples came to him privately. Tell us, they said, when will this happen? And what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? We hear of wars and rumors of wars, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of earth pains.
It was 1981, the cusping of the Taurus, devilish creature creeping through the forest. A chorus could be heard, an essence through the thunder, blinded by the pain that's yet to be discovered. Fumbled in a madness and born without compassion, fashioned to a world of evil, just imagine. Tyranny awaits the fates of fallen soldiers, colder than the history that's been recorded. Folded in the mist and evil has arrived, as the crust opens up and swallows you alive, as the seas start to boil, accumulated storming, swarming in your face and face the global warming. Calling from the beast is born, the Middle East is a future fire burns, impossible to seize. Teaching willing children, buried on the fire, molded from the lies of propaganda fires. Run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the passion, faster than evil flows through the veins of your masters. Run away from me. The towers of the temple reach into the heavens, the seals are broken, spoken by their reverence. Incredible forces forced into the motion, the holiest of potions find the bell horses. Demons ring to action, deadliest of factions, setting up waves of massive chain reactions. Ashes to ashes, blasted from the past, a flash of evil flashes, crash into the masses, gash into the pits, unholy lake of fire, captured by the chill and sound of devil's choir. Bowing to his higher, the prince of demons fire, cast a first stone and take the empire. All the people that reside, of those we left alive, will thrive and abide in the kingdom we revive. From the top of the mountains down into the valleys, bottom of the ocean, in the city alleys, with a seal of the journal I can rewrite the story. Raise my left hand and bask in the glory. Run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the passion, faster than evil flows through the veins of your masters. Run away from me. The towers of the temple reach into the heavens, heaven seals are broken, spoken by their reverence.
Run quick, kid, got a gun, 6 clips. I done hit this bitch in front of witnesses. And son, get this
this shit. I'ma flip a stolen brick, rip a hole up in it, trick and grip a couple licks. And if it to be in this is just a vision of a god, I'ma get mine or die trying hitting on the side. Soldiers know the logo, toe to toe at the fucking city. It just goes to show that folks will know the TOC be gritty.
It's the temple rising, folks dying, crying, trying to survive on the sides and constructs. Y'all fuck when you see me, no luck, better duck when the 3 feet interdimensions intended on quibbling and switching your bodies from solid to liquid to gases. The mass when I fashion and crash out the earth and the dirt carbon gases.
Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. At that time, many will turn away from the faith and betray and hate each other, and many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold, and then the end will come. And then the end will come.
Run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the past. You're faster than evil flows through the veins of your masters. Run away from me. The towers of the temple reach into the heavens. The seals are broken, spoken by the reverend. Run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the past. You're faster than evil flows through the veins of your masters. Run away. To the heavens, the seals are broken, spoken by the reverend. Yo, it's the bad man cutting you up, you fucking just suck. The madman fucking your guts and covered in blood. The godlike devil in the back of the class. Got a 38 special, put you flat on your ass. I'll take you back to the crib, the same one where I live. After I tie on the bib, I take a bite at your rib. Man, I get high like the last sunrise you're seeing. Then I come for your neck like a vampire feeding the bleeding. No reason to panic, manic. I'll leave you dry, I'm the last man standing. A few minutes of war, a few minutes of gore. A lifetime of wondering why the fuck you ignore me. The type of story where the bad guy wins. Seem like horrorcore, like only the bad rhymes in. I'm the time ender with a frontline agenda. You gunshot with a punchline surrender. I pop pills with a mental mind state to kill. You get ill when I flip the script so surreal. These niggas never heard a gunshot popping they life, so I hit them with a gunshot stopping they life. Yo, I'm on top of they white, a sick fuck with a knife. Man, I settle for the rebel who's forsaken the light. Yeah, that's right, motherfuckers, I'm a sick sadistic. You spit shit, I ride like the Bloods and Crips did. You big kids, I got a little something for that. I got a fully automatic little something at that. It goes a rat tat tat tat, then splats on contact. Everything around me close and I got the bomb set. I'm on that, make no attempt to check me. I hex motherfuckers for trying to second guess me. Correct me, open your playlist, select me. Play the track back, boy, I'll show you who the best be. The G with the reaver, the package, you the receiver. I'm stacking up this paper, I'm seeping out of your speakers. I'm sneaking in your window and I'm under your bed. Just remember when I tell you, cause it's all in your head. I got a sick sense of humor, mom thinks that I'm dead. I left a note about the suicide and blood on my bed. I said, don't ask me why, but it's time to die. Cause I got a 9 and willing to Columbine. I'm able to write a rhyme and tell them what's on my mind. Like cyanide, riding and getting high. Like Toronto House, riding that's on the grind. Like something better is something you'll never find. Not so wicked when I kick it, like fuck it, I go ballistic. Like there's something in my vision that's worth taking this vision. That's worth taking decisions from a samurai sword. That's worth dealing with these bitches on these horrorcore boards. That's worth hearing all these motherfuckers claim to be ill, knowing damn well I got them niggas frozen with chills. But still I stay with the movement cause it's something to do. Cause there's no other way that I can say I'm better than you, unless I put this credit in you. A better to do some lettuce, some juice and fed you to them dudes at the homeless shelter. Helter skelter's back. I ain't staying in the city cause my killers know where it's at. That's that.
Members of the fallen regime. Such men are a direct threat in their effort to bring hope and freedom to the American people. Their work continues, and so do the risks.
I don't know you, but if we met, you might be missing half your neck. If you got what I'm wanting, looking like you disrespect. Get belligerent on motherfuckers, all you bitches shady. I come ill with this, got drama for your mama and your lady. You can't pay me, I'm the realest motherfucker ever heard. If you hear me say I caught the bird, then bitch, I got that word. I'm a motherfucking villain and I run with Toronto House. Made it this far, so don't make me stop your fucking mouth. Throw a crowbar, standing through your neck and then I'm out. I'm
I'ma take this industry if you could grasp what I'm about. I'ma get it either way, accept your fate or I'm storming. Former CHR soldiers in your yard swarming. Take this as a warning, I don't come without no threat. To fucking bet up against it, hollow your chest, I rap the best. You gon' stress when I resurrect my old ways. Back to the old days, smack it with a brick and let your dome hang. Hoping ain't no coping with me, no way. Chosen for the broken, hoping for provoking close range. Talking shit, then bitch, I'm sending that. Leave 'em where I've been a mad. Less you pussy bitching through the motherfucking internet. Which case, take a trip or buy a ticket, I'm with it. But I bet you ain't on shit, you either dip or you get rid of it, you dig it?
When the going gets tough, we'll tell you to quit the bitchin'. It's The Deal with Villarreal on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Villarreal. This is The Deal, joined by Pimpy K as always. And, of course, we have our fill-in AP off camera, the lovely Wes. Trust me, he's lovely. He's half naked right now.
We did start paging right there towards the end of that segment. I did get noticed that it was getting a little bit choppy. I do apologize about that, guys. We are in the process of working out some of these kinks. I don't want to run on about it too much, but and get into the technical details about that. But we are working on fixing that, and that should be cleared up here shortly.
So our apologies, but we're working on it. It'd be all right. Quick update for your Monday Night Football game if you're not watching the Dolphins and the Giants. Dolphins have the ball. You have 6:53 to go in the second quarter. Dolphins are leading 14-10.
Wow.
No shit, right? Speaking of football, my Bears, thanks for letting me down again, you jackasses. They lost to Washington, who has a losing record and yet is tied for first in the NFC East. Shitty division. But man, it is what it is. I just got a text message here from one of our loyal listeners who has offered.
I don't remember offering that.
Yeah, she got the inside scoop, but she has a brainchild that she is offering. She uses her personal truck for work every day, so she drives all over town, and is offering to let us use the back window of her truck for a full-size ad for the show.
Fucking A right.
How fucking sick is that? So
we can put that together.
The lovely Miss Charis, we thank you. That's freaking awesome as shit. We'll be hitting you up about that. That's awesome. Appreciate the support.
I've already got an idea for the design. We'll have the dill fist printed up at about 15 inches.
With a giant dong in it.
And then right underneath it, powered by, and then the PMV.
I fucking love it already, man. I love it already. So thank you for the support and the love, Charis. We appreciate you.
That's badass.
And yeah, we'll definitely get up with you
the other day.
Yeah.
Props.
Good listener, man.
We got a
we like that
some
shit.
Decals coming your way here shortly.
Yeah, she was one of our first 10 on the Facebook. So
right.
yeah.
So she was like number one, wasn't she? So
she was all over it. Yeah.
She gets a T-shirt and decals. All I got right now is XL and double XL, but the XL does shrink down to about a regular large. And even if you ended up with a double XL, I mean, it's girls like to sleep in T-shirts, and it's perfect for that kind of thing.
Yeah, that sleepwear where you put on the T-shirt and tie the knot in the back and put on some 8-inch stilettos. Comfortable shit.
I think it's really, really cute, dude, when you have a girl that goes to bed in nothing but a T-shirt and panties. Oh, yep. Dude, that's my jam.
Not mad at it.
It's my flavor.
I'm not mad at it. But
I gotta get this man a mic.
Got a story here that I wanted to hit on that was brought to my attention by associate producer Anna. Saudi Arabia.
Not Anna.
Yeah, Anna. We're all trying to retrain ourselves.
I told you I was going to bring this up. I don't understand how she can spell her name A-N-N-A.
Okay,
and then just,
she doesn't spell her name because people are generally not naming themselves. So the parents, you got to blame for that.
No.
That's on them.
No, I'm with it. But I feel like then her parents just upped and decided that they were going to decide how to pronounce a name that was already established.
Yeah. It's like, was it Sade?
That's the Dill's producer, man. That's her.
Good chick. She hooks us up.
She runs sound. She gets beers out of the fridge. I mean, she's fucking. Yeah. You can't replace her.
That's grotesquely overqualified
until
already.
You decide to replace her.
But she brought this story to my attention about Saudi Arabia. As we all know, Saudi Arabia not known for their treatment of women being very good. However, they have made some strides. They are holding elections where they were allowing women to vote, which is huge in and of itself.
On what though?
On political offices, local, basically like the equivalent of like local government offices. but that's huge for them. And this story is coming from CNN.com. And it said that as of about 2 o'clock this morning, was the last time this was updated, said that at least 17 women have been elected to public office in Saudi Arabia, according to preliminary results.
You know what this is, right? This is complete and utter spin. What they're doing is they're offering the international community a little bit of something to feed on, considering like in the last...
If you trust me, if you let me finish, I'm going to bring it all home for you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and set them up like this, much like volleyball, just smack the fuck of it right back down.
If you gave me your fucking game plan ahead of time,
so
this shit wouldn't happen.
I don't want to though. So just hold on.
Fucking slack.
So I just need a thing where I can turn your microphone off every now and then. But they've got preliminary results are in, so they've made strides. They're letting them vote. They're putting them in office. However, they the women that were running for office were not allowed to talk to men, so you couldn't campaign to men. Their camps and everything had to be segregated, so they weren't allowed to even intermingle with men as they were trying to run their offices. And Saudi Arabia is still third in the world for beheadings. So we're making baby steps. It's baby steps, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I was going to say a second ago, and I don't know if you already knew about this, but you know, a bunch of videos just came out of like women in professional situations having being stoned for being professional women or whatever. Like there's been a bunch of this in Saudi Arabia. So in order to stay engaged in the global community and act like they're making strides, they'll come up with some bogus shit like this that really isn't anything, and I guarantee their votes get thrown the fuck out. They go into a separate box.
Well, it's like that's already on fire.
Exactly. I was about to say that was put in the incinerator, but was probably it is the incinerator. It says female votes go here, and it's a fucking incinerator.
Yeah, don't turn in your vote. Just hold on to it and walk into this flaming room, please. Thank you. But I'm thinking of these 17 women. About 17 of them will be murdered by next week.
Just so you know, based on everything that what you just showed me.
Yes,
we are busting audio. Everything looks good.
All right. We had to report some possible difficulties, but it looks like everything's flowing good.
Stop the stream and start it over and see if it picks back up.
Yeah, I mean, they do refresh. If not, please hit us up. Let us know. We appreciate that.
I got a couple other live view monitors. If you could hit me up, let me know if you don't hear sound too. Well, actually, you won't know what the fuck it is I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'll just expect not to hear from you.
Yeah.
Fucking text me if you do hear sound. I think that's really.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But we're busting audio. We haven't dropped a single frame. I mean, we are paged out on PCU Power, but we're not clipped at all.
All right. Cool.
You would hear the popping. That's when things start to get a little.
Yeah, maybe in a temporary little hiccup or something. So. But I was going to ask you, so I don't think we ever got to this. I started to hit on it. We got sidetracked. So how was your weekend, man? What did you do this weekend? Just football? And work on the show?
I did get a couple hours of Fallout 4 in.
How's that going?
I just got up to level 28. You know, 5 years ago, I would have already fucking beat the game. But, you know, the fact that I got to come in here on my time off and make sure that your show goes good and then it still doesn't, which is fucking better.
Well,
my show's a flaming piece of dog shit, but yours seems to go off without a hitch.
Well, we and also let's go ahead and put in a plug because your show's going to be coming on tomorrow at 7:00, and you got a special guest, so you're going to be
I got
broadcasting it live. But
featured artist of the week, DJ Body Slinger, DJ from the Gulf Coast area, coming in. I am not going to have one of the regular co-hosts on this week. I'm actually just going to do all three segments with Mr. Body Slinger himself. Nice. I've got more advertising and promo stuff coming up for that later on tonight, and yeah, that's about it. I got some cool shit to talk about. I can't talk about the Raiders very often on your show because I get shut the fuck down. So I'm going to take that opportunity.
You know what? I'll let you have it because I was even proud for you when I saw the result of that game.
The funny thing is, I talked to Wes earlier, or DJ Body Slinger, and he's not a very big fan of Oakland, so I plan on rubbing that deep into his face. It's going to be fucking awesome. And just so you guys know, the guy that we keep calling the AP is actually Mr. DJ Body Slinger himself. He's
in here to record his show, but we're using him
right now.
We're putting him to use since he's sitting over there.
He's over here groaning like a newborn bitch.
Yeah, I think you've earned the right to mention your Raiders because I'm tired of thinking about how shitty my Bears are.
It's been a long time since we were good, man. Like I said, we haven't really been relevant. And look, we've only got 6 wins. We're not even at 500. I mean, we got to win tomorrow to be. No, we got 6.
See, if you were in the
we're 6 and 7. So that means if we win next week, we got Green Bay at home. Now, if our defense can play like they did against,
and they've been struggling as of late.
They have, but
So-
if our defense, their defense is nowhere near as good as
absolutely not.
the Broncos. So if our defense can string together a couple showings like that, then we still we're, believe it or not, we're still in the hunt.
Well, yeah, if you
I don't have any expectations of making it to the playoffs, but we're still there. We're still part of the conversation. Now that Pittsburgh got another win, I mean that kind of.
Yeah, so you got Pittsburgh sitting at 8-5. They're in second place behind, and that was, by the way, Cincinnati's third loss. I don't know how I missed all those.
I was the only one that said
I swear to
three.
you, that shows you how busy I've been on weekends. I have freaking thought that they got their first loss, and I'm a dumbass.
No,
but so you got
I agree. That's the one thing I've
a
agreed
quick
with all
rundown.
night.
A quick rundown. The AFC East, you got the Patriots. They're in healthy control first. They're 11-2.
I wouldn't call it healthy control because it's probably one of the most unhealthy teams in the league.
Yeah, but you know what? You remember when Brady was throwing to guys that none of us knew who the fuck any of them were, and now of course we know who all of them are because as much as I can't stand the fuck, he's good.
Honest, Gronk makes that guy. The reason that dude can
Hey,
play.
my quarterback and tight end combo in fantasy, Gronk and Brady. As much as I cannot stand that team, they produce, man.
I play against one of you assholes. I mean that's definitely that's a loss.
I just missed the playoffs.
They could
unfortunately, in my
only
league.
play those two, and you would still probably lose. That's the
Yeah,
fucked up
I forgot to adjust my lineup one week. Like I was super busy with the day gig and played I think 3 players that were on bye week, and still almost won, just because of those two. And Matt Forte went off that week and got me like a shit ton of points.
Not to be a homer, but I played Amari Cooper this week, and I've got 0. Motherfucker didn't.
Thank you, Amari. Yeah, I appreciate that.
There's another record thing that hasn't happened since like 2000. Well, this is like 2011. 8 targets, 0 catches.
0 catches.
And it wasn't that he was dropping the ball. It was that the fucking coverage. I mean, the Denver defense
they're
is just
dope,
beastie, man.
They're dope. Yeah.
They've been good for a while.
Yeah, they were freaking sick last year, but a couple times I've gotten to see them this year.
I keep telling people,
tight, man.
why do you think Tebow went so fucking far with them? Because the fucking defense won, kept them in the game.
Well, that and Jesus was guiding his passes.
Well, I would
That
like to
can't
think
hurt.
if Jesus was helping, he would have done better than 20 for 46, whatever the fuck is ungodly.
Well, that's
no, those numbers were ungodly.
That was the point where Jesus was like, "Listen, man,
Ungodly.
they're starving people. I can only spend so much time on you. Your throw mechanics are just garbage. Please fix them."
You're confusing godly with gaudy.
Yeah.
I think that's what the issue is here.
But back to our quick rundown. We'll go through the AFC first. AFC East, you got 11-2. That's the Patriots. Behind them's the Jets at 8-5. And then AFC North, you got Cincinnati Bengals at 10-3. Pittsburgh's behind them at 8-5. AFC South, you got the Colts at 6-7, tied with the Texans at 6-7. I'm not sure who has the tiebreaker in that, but yikes. Then AFC West, the Broncos 10-3. They're ahead of Kansas City at 8-5, and your beloved Raiders are at 6-7 behind them. NFC, we got the NFC East.
It's funny how you skipped right over the Chargers. I would have too.
Yeah, they're 3-10. I don't give a shit about them.
Exactly.
My team sucks, and they're still better than them, so they do not get a mention. But
you beat us this year.
But Washington Redskins 6-7. They are tied with the Eagles on top of the NFC East, also at 6-7. Obviously, the Giants, who are playing right now, are at 5-7. So win tonight, there could be a 3-way tie of shit teams in the NFC East. The Cowboys still managing to drop behind everybody else in that division at 4-9. Packers are at 9-4. Minnesota Vikings right behind them at 8-5. And my Bears at 5-8. Sucking hind tit. Thanks for that, guys.
And you did beat the Raiders this year.
Yeah, we did. Then we lost to Detroit, and we lost to Washington, so go figure. Carolina Panthers just beasting out
If I'm
like
not
a
mistaken,
mother.
I think we gave you guys your first win, didn't we?
No. We already had a couple.
No, I'm pretty sure you guys were winless until you faced us.
I'm pretty sure that is incorrect, but I will be more than happy to prove that
look
point.
that shit up, because I remember it feeling that much worse.
Oh, you are correct, sir. We were 0-3. You were 0-3. We had lost to the Packers, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks. Seahawks 26-0, by the way. Came back and beat the Raiders 22-20.
I'm glad we have the interwebs.
So, yeah. Thank goodness for the interwebs.
I'm going to give a shout out. I don't think he watches the show, but I'm going to give a shout out to a good friend of both of ours. One of my best friends in the world, Sea Monkey, Mr.
Yes.
Eric Seaman.
Good people.
This poltergeist that we have,
Yeah.
he doesn't like anything that has to do with me, so I'm going to no longer talk about my shit on the show. Once he found out that it was my friend, he was like, yeah, you're not allowed to speak anymore, you piece of shit.
I felt something tapping on my shoulder. Is he your friend too? Because we won't.
Anyway, you've met Eric. He constantly has his phone. I think he's an iPhone guy, so he constantly has Siri up because he just waits for somebody to say that he's wrong so he can go straight into Siri, prove me right. It's the modern day version of
beautiful.
mirror on the wall. Who's the nerdiest of them all? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and it's easy to take
what
that
happened
bait.
To the good old days where you could lie and act like you knew something without an asshole
next to you. It's easy to take that
you.
bait and try to disagree with him, but as soon as he says, I'm like, shit, I'm screwed. I know I'm screwed. It's just a matter of time until he pulls it up and shows me.
Maybe this is a bad character flaw, but sometimes
Probably.
when I'm in a conversation about something that I know absolutely nothing about, I pretend that I know something about it. And I see how far I can go before I'm called out. I mean, I only do it with friends so that way the backlash
I've definitely
isn't
done
bad.
that. I've definitely done that.
I wanted to make sure when I
was a kid, I have a brother that's
I still do it.
I got a brother that's 8 years older than me, and one of my favorite things to do was to get him riled up. Thank you, sir. Was to get him riled up and argue something with him, and then when I finally was just winning him over, and I could see him starting to break and agree with me,
yourself.
I would as soon as he started to agree, I would flip and start arguing the opposite side. So then I would try to get him convinced to see how many times I could go back and forth.
In circles? Yeah.
So he was just blood red and veins sticking out of his forehead. And
it's funny thing is I do that to Chad Zimmerman all the time.
Oh, and he's an easy one to do it to.
Oh, come on, be nice.
Mad love you,
I'd like to think,
Zimmy, but
I'd like
it
to
is
think
fun
that
to
I'm
do.
just really good at it. You're always really good when you have easy targets.
Oh, real quick, let me wrap up. So we had Carolina Panthers there at 13-0, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We're doing the NFC
Eric
now,
Semo, Eric Semo, his team, they are tied for second with the Atlanta Falcons.
Fucking horrible loss to the Saints this weekend.
Yep,
that should never happen.
Saints are dragging up the ass in 5-8. And then in the NFC West, already clinching is the Arizona Cardinals at 11-2. Seahawks behind them at 8-5. If I hear one more person say the Seattle Seahawks, that's one team I don't want to run in the playoffs.
Not to cut you off, but I just got a notification. It is my turn on Words with Friends.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my bad, dude.
This just in, kids.
This is what happens. I get caught up with this interwebs thing and
crazy interwebs. Hey, look, there's the 49ers at 4-9. Man, they must really suck. Beat my Bears though. Thanks for that, motherfuckers. They are 4-9.
That makes me
49ers at 4-9. They should quit the rest of the season right now.
That makes me feel even worse that you guys got beat by the 49ers and you beat us. I don't get that.
And we got beat by
that's some any given Sunday bullshit.
Yeah, we got beat by the Lions. We got beat by Washington.
My boy Victor, I think he's watching tonight. He's a fan of the 49ers. I sent him a message today that basically said it feels good to be the good team, the best side of the Bay, the best side of the Bay. We haven't been that for a long time, but we did beat the 49ers last year when they were in the what do you say, the start of their collapse, I guess.
Right.
When they started tumbling down the hill head first.
Well, here's the thing here's what drives me crazy about my Bears. We're one of those teams that's still owned by an old family.
That was probably Victor.
Yeah, sorry, Victor. But we're one of those teams that's still owned, by a family. So we don't have like the corporate structure, the more professional things that teams are going to now.
Yeah,
I'm okay with losing. I can deal with that if you're doing things that make sense.
Right.
Greg Olsen was an absolute animal, and we got rid of him. He's now in Carolina, where he's doing what? Being an absolute animal still. Probably easily the emotional leader of our defense. After they shit on Urlacher, and Urlacher, he wanted a little bit of props. Maybe it was a little greedy, but he's Urlacher. He's painted on buildings in Chicago. I've seen it. They have pictures of him from high school, pro, college. He's painted on buildings. So they let him go. Then you had Peanut Tillman. Charles Tillman was kind of the next leader. He's gone. So my problem with Chicago is you do stupid shit like that, and then you have to. Now Fox was a good hire. I like him as a head coach. I think he can do some things there if the management doesn't screw him over. But real quick, I just want to take you through my season as a Chicago Bears fan. Game 1, we lose to the Packers. Kind of figured we would. Game 2, Cardinals. Cardinals went freaking beast. We got 23 points, but they defensively beat the crap out of us that entire game. Then we go to Seahawks. We lose 26-0. We play your Raiders 22-20. Got that win. Played the Chiefs 18-17. We got a win. So I'm thinking, okay, they found their stride. Wrong. Comes Detroit, 37-34, we lose. Vikings, 23-20, we lose. Then we go to the Chargers. We beat them 22-19, but we've already established they suck. We beat the Rams, also kind of suck at 37-13. Sorry, a little inside joke. Appreciate that. Thanks for listening, homie. But where was that? Chargers. Okay, so we played the Chargers win, Rams win. Then we go to the Broncos lost. We only lost to the Broncos 17-15. So I'm thinking, okay, these guys are like right on the verge of doing something, right? No, they're not, Chad. They're right on the verge of letting you down. We go to Thanksgiving. We go to Green Bay and beat Green Bay on Thanksgiving. Greatest day of my year in sports, at least.
What's the name of the insurance company that Peyton does the commercials?
Nationwide.
Yeah, that's right. A Twilight vampire took my job.
Yeah. There's a shit ton of those on the internet now.
I can't feel my fingertips.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. We lost the 49ers, lost the Redskins. Pimpy K's derailing my train as usual over here. But here's what we got left.
Somebody's got to do it.
We got the Vikings, the Buccaneers, and the Lions. I see us going 1-2 out of those 3.
At least, the one cool thing about that message, or obviously there's audio.
Yeah. Somebody's hearing us at least.
Or else he's a really good lip reader.
So, Cheers, restart your feed if you still have problems.
I've always known him to be better at other things with his lips.
Hey-o. Technically, he didn't text us. He just pinched my leg because you good down there, dude? Okay, he's good. He's fine.
Villarreal does not wear pants during the show.
I do not. I refuse. It's not my gig, man. But, hey, guys, we're running hair long. We're going to go a little bit over our time slot, but we know you fucking love it, so shut up. Let's go ahead and take our last break. I got a couple things I want to hit before we get out of here for today. But I am Villarreal. This is The Deal. That's Pimpy K. That's Step In Associate Producer Wes. We'll be back in just a little bit, guys.
You're listening to The Deal with Villarreal on PMVN Radio.
My ground. I don't know where I am when I get back down. This world is too big for me. When there's so much to dream and little to believe. Will we last another year when each day is an uphill battle? I don't know, but I guess we'll see. As I hold my breath and move against this doubt that flows through me. And we'll give it all to make this count and own the time till it all runs out. Because we deserve much more than this life. A narrow vision pulled over our eyes. Let's conquer the system where dreams are just fiction. We'll make it our mission to live like we're in it every day of our lives. Tell me what you think is right and we'll press on till we reach the side. This time you're not alone, so just turn away and leave today. This doubt that calls you home, and we'll give it all to make this count and own the time till it all runs out.
Georgie. Yo. Uh-oh. Who is this on the track? It's George Pencil. Mixing rock with the rap. Me and Pink for president. Got the medicine effectively ignoring doubts. Messages messing with passion and dedication. Giving doubt no invitation. Cause it's already exceeded its limitations. From always hesitating cause it says I won't make it. It's got the key to my dream. I'ma punch it in the face and take it. Cause we deserve more than this life. We learn from hurt and we try to invite your minds into our vibes. Reality lies and cowardly defies and our will to survive in this system of lies. And if you don't witness our crime, you'll remember me. The system is killing me, it's an enemy. Sent to see me fail epically. This better be worth the test of me. Cause I'm stressed with affection and dream. The industry can't mess with me than PFP.
Because we deserve much more than
after effects of not being good. I've given up wine and trusting.
Fuck peace, peace is for Buddhists. I ain't seen peace, all I seen was the Judas. I play it cool, act like I'm clueless. Till the time is right, then the bullets fly foolish. Fuck peace, peace is for Buddhists. I ain't seen peace, all I seen was the Judas. I play it cool, act like I'm clueless. Till the time is right, then the bullets fly foolish. Wah-da-da-dang, wah-da-da-da-dang. I listen to my 9mm go bang. I see you snake motherfuckers, or maybe I'm bugging Robert De Niro, the deer hunter. All you little suckers claim to keep it 100, but really Judas Iscariot's at the Last Supper. I'm Caligula schizo, on some tyrant shit. Don't try my pride, even my wife is a lioness. Peep the sides of violence, you better all fly Malaysian Air with blind pilots. I'm wildin', Hannibal Lecter rhyming, cannibalistic, hungry like a tribe of Somalians. Got a cachet of Soviet arms from Yugoslavia, and the KGB's diligence to peep all your operatives. You're obvious and revenge so crazy, leave your court for the worms and your soul to Hades. Yo, fuck peace, peace is for Buddhists. I ain't seen peace, all I seen was the Judas. I play it cool, act like I'm clueless. Till the time is right, then the bullets fly foolish. Fuck peace, peace is for Buddhists. I ain't seen peace, all I seen was the Judas. I play it cool, act like I'm clueless. Till the time is right, then the bullets fly foolish.
Born killer, I bomb your village, shown the realest among the illest, so play it cool. Pity the fool who choose to go and question my rules, so my screws loose and I ain't really got nothing to lose. Liver full of booze and a smoking iron lung. Quit eyeing me young, I ain't the one, settle your tongue. Know exactly where you from, every corner that you hung. I'm warning you, son, you light, and my Uzi way it's son. The god of war with your blood on my wall. I paint portraits, the corpse is buried under my fortress. Of course it's designed for you to take losses. I enforce this with my premier armed forces. Oh, no horses, it's a stampede on your block. I am swinging more clubs than Sam Snead. Nah, I mean, peace is for Buddhists. I'm beasting to your survival, I am a nuisance.
Fuck peace, peace is for Buddhists. I ain't seen peace, all I seen was the Judas. I play it cool, act like I'm clueless. Till the time is right, then the bullets fly foolish. Fuck peace, peace is for Buddhists. I ain't seen peace, all I seen was the Judas. I play it cool, act like I'm clueless. Till the time is right, then the bullets fly
All the
foolish.
industry niggas friends now. Bunch of pussies, y'all frontin' like y'all been down. When y'all piss, y'all been down. Circus niggas, y'all been clowns. Shut your hole or I'll send rounds. Music sound like love songs, like they writing the pen pals. Don't ask me, I've been foul. Maybe it's just my skin tone. Black hoodie, black hammer, militant like a Black Panther. Every question my strap answers. Choose your words wise. Got an ego, you about to see how birds fly. I am not the one for playtime. War like we on Dateline. Rage deeper than baseline. Smell pussy like K9s. And that's you, nigga. Someone about to get stuck. Guess who they glue, nigga? They say I'm trigger happy, but I ain't even smile. They say this real shit's my calling. I ain't even down. Meanwhile, I'm just a child from the dark side, where anger fills your blood, lose emotions, and your hearts die.
Fuck peace, peace is for Buddhists. I ain't seen peace, all I seen was the Judas. I play it cool, act like I'm clueless. Till the time is right, then the bullets fly foolish. Fuck peace, peace is for Buddhists. I ain't seen peace, all I seen was the Judas. I play it cool, act like I'm clueless. Till the time is right, then the bullets fly foolish.
Not for a minute, but the word has always made me apprehensive. Like wine, whenever I've tried it, the after effects have not been good. I've given up wine and trust.
Don't bother bringing us your problems. We deal in solutions. This is The Deal with Villarreal, Monday and Wednesday nights at 8 on PMVN Radio.
Welcome back, kids. You know who we are. You know what you're listening to. We back. Quick update on your Monday Night Football game. Looks like we're going into the half tied 17-17, it appears. Giants had the ball in their own 38, so I'm assuming they're not going to do shit with it. But anyways, that's what you're looking at there.
We were kind of rapping about being a little bit surprised that Miami was there, but when you actually look at their records, I think they're both 5-7, aren't they?
I just had that up. I will get it for you.
I was just thinking about that when we were outside, and I was.
Well, there's one of those teams that's one of those. I think at any moment
they were both 5-7 going into this matchup. I could be wrong.
I think at any moment they could turn it on and matter, but they just haven't seemed to do it yet. But
I believe that New York is one of those teams that they.
Yes, 5-7 on both.
I've always been on the fence about Eli. Quite honestly, I mean, is it really Eli's play that has 2 rings? He has been a little bit clutch in the postseason when they show up, but there's the weird thing is they're one of those teams that if they're good, they're good, but if they're bad, fuck. Well, that's another one.
The way to wrap up Eli.
How does Eli have 2 rings?
Yeah. But to wrap up Eli in a nutshell is no, he's only got 2.
No, I think that it was. Why does Eli have more rings?
Oh, more rings. Oh, okay. But yeah, to wrap up Eli, one of the podcasts I love to listen to by Mr. Bill Burr, the Monday Morning Podcast. He's a big New England fan, and he says that guy is adored by the football gods so insanely much because if you're a New England fan, you know that if it's close and he's got the ball, he can throw that fucker anywhere he wants to. Mm-hmm. Somebody's coming down with it for fucking touchdown. It's going to happen.
That's right.
So yeah, he's one of those guys. He's got more rings. I don't think that he's better in the heyday of him and Peyton. I think Peyton's by far a better quarterback. But shit is what it is, man.
I've never actually listened to Bill's podcast. I'm a big fan of his comedy.
Great podcast, yeah.
I think I really wasn't a big fan of his. I didn't like his cadence, his delivery style. The first few times I watched him, it actually got me loving that guy, and I mean that wholeheartedly. I actually love the fuck out of Bill Burr.
Your closet love for gingers?
Well, no, not just that. I mean that's part of it, of course. It's my need to not have a soul.
It makes sense.
But it was. I watched a YouTube video where he was doing this show in his hometown,
right?
And he was getting heckled and practically booed off the stage. And the people that were promoting the show were like, just come on, man, get off the stage. He's like, no, I've got 10 more fucking minutes.
I'm not going anywhere, yeah.
And he just started fucking them up. By the end of that 10 minutes, he had won them all back. And it like every now and then, he's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I've got 3 more minutes. And he just sat there and fucked them all up, dude.
He's a sharp dude, man.
No, I mean, that's professionalism at its finest.
And you don't want that cat targeting you to prove a point. Well, he's gonna light your ass up.
I've got enough, and I would even say this is sort of like just as far as entertainment, but like a professional courtesy. You don't fucking yell shit at the stage, or you don't try to become part of the show, because that's exactly what hecklers, or even people that aren't trying to be mean, but they're trying to yell something because they think the rest of the crowd, they're trying to make it theirs. This isn't about you.
Well, it's even as doing
have a much better time.
Even as a musician, it's not as much of a problem. But you see it with comedians all the time. Nobody in that building came to listen to Joe Blow Jackass in the third row. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. Nobody gives a shit. They all paid money to see whoever's on the stage.
And I'm gonna tell you now, as a hip hop artist, I just rapper. I guess maybe the lead singer deals with this more, like in the more traditional band styles, genres of music or whatever. But that shit happens all the time. I mean,
absolutely.
I've been to the point where I was like, dude, I don't know who the fuck you think you're fucking with, but I'm from the streets, and I'll jump off the stage and beat your fucking ass.
From the streets?
And I can promise you, no matter how many people you brought in this building, I've got my whole fucking shit behind me.
And not to mention the security staff that's in the building.
And I don't say that as if I need them, but they're not. I don't make that decision at that point. Once they see me in that action, fucking everybody's vision's gonna go red. The fucking club is gonna become complete chaos.
It's just general douchebaggery. Nobody gives a shit about who.
Charnel House Records, ridiculous. And this is mostly because the Soldier Priest, bless their hearts. We've been fucking blackballed from the handlebar more times than I can remember. But
you know what I have to say about that?
Our sales are always great.
Yeah, here's what I have to say about that. Congratulations. I've never played the handlebar. I will never play the handlebar because I have a serious problem with their support of artist in this town, but I won't get on that rant today.
Well,
I'll save that for another day.
I'll tell you this: things in the last few years have gotten a lot better. Jimmy actually finally forked over some money.
And in fairness, I haven't had a thing to do with them in probably 6 or 7 years, so I could be wrong now.
For local bands, it's a home venue. I love it. It's like home for me. Jimmy, the owner, his dad, rest his dad's soul, Big Jimmy, passed away not too long ago, but he actually spent some money, got some new sound equipment, actually got a good guy in there running sound that knows what the fuck he's doing. I was about to bring something up, but I'm not going to. I'll talk about that off the air. But things are good there. Listen, is it a premier venue? Fuck no, it's not. It's a fucking grunge bar, dude. It's a fucking, well, there's actually another place called that, but it's a fucking hometown dive bar that has live music and
my issue before, and I can't say that's the way it is now because like I said, I haven't had anything to do with them in quite some time, and I never played there intentionally. I've had some chances to, and I refused to. But I felt like at one point, I felt like local artists were getting taken advantage of, and I didn't like it, and I didn't want to support it. I can't say that's the case now. I hope it's not. And if it's not, I'll support them 150%.
Yeah, I mean, if the artist goes and he books the show with Jimmy, then he's not going to have a problem. Jimmy's going to ask for reasonable things to do the show. What you probably heard about, and which happens a lot, is, and I never had this problem really because I already knew the industry and I already knew what to ask for. But some of the promoters out there that book shows there, they're the ones that are going to ask for a lot of crazy shit. Like, for example, one of the promoters that I used quite a bit, and we've had this conversation before. When it comes to pre-sales, Charnel House Records, we were gifted. We knew how to sling tickets. And we would get tapped.
You had a good promotion machine. You know what you're doing.
Right. We would get tapped for a lot of shows. Now, did we get a lot of return in it? No, because we wanted the exposure, so I really didn't care. However, there were certain things that were asked of us and certain things that were told to us that were unacceptable terms by any means. And there's been a couple of different producer companies that have tried that with us, and I won't play the show. As much as I want the exposure, I'm not going to do it for absolutely free because that's just being fucking taken. And yeah, I know there's a lot of that goes on, but I can almost promise you, not to hijack where you're going with this, but if they were taken, it wasn't by the venue, it was by the promoter. I can almost guarantee you that with 99.5%.
And that could very well be the case. Assurance. Yeah, I don't know. The stories I heard, and I don't want to harp on this too much because I'm not hating on them. If they're doing things right now and they're helping people here locally, I fucking love that. That's awesome. That we need more of that shit. But Jimmy
supports the local scene. I'll end it with that.
The stories I heard were young people who didn't have the experience that you or I have, hadn't been around stuff, didn't really know what to look out for, and stories of them paying a large fee and then being the only return they were getting on it was a percentage of the door. That nothing was really known, so these guys would play a show, they'd save up money to pay this fee to play there. Mm-hmm. The show ends, they have no count of how many people were there. They don't know anything, and then I'm just going to use bullshit numbers, but they pay $500 at the end of the night, they get $250 back.
It's because it doesn't work. It's because it doesn't work that way, dude. Look, when you're an up and coming
absolutely
artist,
not. You tell me I have to pay to play your place. Go fuck yourself.
If you don't want to spend money to play a show, then you sell pre-sales. And those pre-sales are pretty much the only money that you're guaranteed. And why should you be guaranteed anything else if you're not the headliner?
Well, no, I'm talking about. Well, yeah. I mean, I agree with you, but I can tell you now that the next time I play a show where I'm not getting guaranteed money is going to be the first time. That's never going to happen.
You're in another echelon of
and that's the thing. Yeah, these guys didn't know. Yeah,
we're talking about guys that nobody knew. They were looking for exposure. They signed on to open up for a bigger act.
Yeah.
And they expected that guy's money from the door? No. Anybody that bought the tickets that didn't buy them through their pre-sales, the pre-sales are the only people that were coming to see them.
Right, absolutely.
That's the only percentage.
Other people just showing up to see what's there. Yeah.
Or coming to see the headliner.
Or to see somebody. Yeah,
and the fucking local opener shouldn't take money out of the headliner's pocket.
Absolutely not.
Just because they fucking showed up to play because they were probably garbage to begin with.
I agree. We may have to have an off-air discussion about promoters. Maybe light them up one day because I got some of them I'd like to throw under a fucking bus.
Oh, me too, man.
Ooh, and I would love to name some names, motherfuckers. Woohoo! Oh well, fuck your shit up.
I've got one in particular, and I think me and Wes both know which one I'm talking about. But I wouldn't let him take advantage.
I guarantee you, when we wrap this show up, I'm going to say a name, and if you know who he is,
Glory Hole.
Okay, that's a different one than I want to say it rhymes with, but I'm not going to. But hey, I had an idea. We're gonna wrap this up here in just a minute, kids. I know we're running a hair long, but it's all good. You love it. So I had an idea to kind of build up. We want to even more interaction. I know we say it all the time. We want you to send us stuff, and we're not. I guess you guys lead perfect lives and don't need any help with anything.
Did we not get anything today?
Not a damn thing, man. But we keep looking. So
Where's
Facebook,
Cerise?
Twitter.
Cerise, if you're watching, Cheris, is it Cheris?
Cheris, yeah. All good.
See, I'm not good with names. Anna, Cheris, Cerise, Clarice.
Chad, sexual chocolate.
I know that one.
That one happens all the time.
All right, so if you guys, fuck it. You've already done this. You're the most experienced at doing it. Send something in right now. We're gonna run about 10
minutes.
5-10 more minutes. Send something in right now, and we will fucking talk about it right here on the air. Victor, I know you're watching. I've already talked to you. Send something in. We got quite a dude. We're towards the up end of live viewers right now. Any one of you that are watching, send a fucking hit up Chad at Chad Villy on Twitter or Villarreal at pimpyk.com, or you can even hit up the PimpyK Twitter, which is at Mr. PimpyK, which is actually the official Twitter for the PMVN network, PMVN Media LLC.
I'm checking out the notifications right now. Okay, I don't have anything right now, but I'm on the Facebook. I'll check the Twitter as well. So guys, somebody shoot me something real quick.
There is a delay too.
Yeah, it'll take just a second. It's all good.
I mean, we can find something else to talk about for that.
Yeah, but what I want, I got something for you, and this is if you've seen this show, you know
that sounded like you're threatening me. I've got something.
Oh, I've got something to talk about, motherfucker. But I quit this shit. No, I'm kidding. So something I thought about maybe trying to do. I do have the Sunday ritual. We go downtown. Samson likes to go around. My dog is an attention whore. He likes it, and it makes my life easier when he's happy because he's giant. But I was thinking maybe, and I'm throwing this to you. I know I'm putting you on the spot on there, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Maybe next Sunday we pick
Samson in the studio.
We pick a spot. Samson is the deal official mascot, so we pick a spot down somewhere. Sunday, maybe outside of O'Reilly's or Intermission, wherever we would decide we want to do it.
Right.
And we'll pump it out on the social media. Those of y'all who have subscribed, guys, we're not stupid. We know we're growing something from ground zero. So we need you to tell people about it, introduce people to it. If you introduce 5 people to it, chances are, percentage-wise, probably one's going to like it.
Well,
and that's fine. That's what we need.
Let's set something up, but let's. I mean, we still got quite a bit of merch left, but a bunch of it's already claimed through some of the miscellaneous contests we've been having. So let's build up on some swag. We definitely got plenty of decals. I mean, we could roll with those if need be. We got beautiful die cut decals.
Yeah, they're really nice.
For people that are afraid to
one
put
right here. Boom.
For people that are afraid to put bumper stickers on your cars, no fear. These are die cut, straight up awesome, supplied by the sponsor for the featured artist of the week, AJ Custom Graphics.
Very well done, yeah.
We got the t-shirts, all of that, but what I think we should do is we should build up some more stock. And I totally forgot about this. Within the next 2 to 3 weeks, the web store will be going online on pimpyk.com, so you can purchase these as well. They're fucking sick. They're dope. You love them.
All right, we got what we asked for.
Is it her?
It's her. Cheers is never letting us down.
This is gonna be
good news. She also let me know that it was her MacBook, not our feed, that was the problem. So she said, "Damn that thing," but she got it straightened out. But
I knew that.
She sent 2 words that I was gonna try to avoid this week, but she poked the bear. Donald Trump.
No, we covered that on Politics and Holidays.
This dumb motherfucker's not done yet though, and he has thoroughly pissed me off. So this ignorant piece of shit has already said that
he's eccentric.
Eccentrically a dirty, stupid piece of shit. He already made the comment
you better
about
be careful. You're Mexican. You'll end up with a fucking barcode.
And according to him, I'm a rapist and a thief. So, makes me want to do. Never mind. So he did that. Then he had the comment about he had the comment about registering Muslims. Of course, it came out that if he were president and were to make that comment. I believe they said it would be an impeachable offense.
Do you know what this is?
I don't know what that is.
I just assumed it was your prison number.
No, yeah. I got that tattooed on my ass next to the lips. But he made the comment about registering Muslims, which the White House directly responded to that comment and said that was a comment that would basically get you booted as the president. You can't say that you're going to close our borders in any way, shape, or form because that's the basis of what America is.
Yeah, this country wouldn't be this country if we didn't have open borders. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, in the entire, again, we said, I know I'm saying this again, but I feel like I need to say it again because it's so fucking frustrating. This shithead has made his money off of building giant buildings and putting his fucking name on them, and then going bankrupt, and then coming back, and he basically is like he's like one of those shady businesses that has the going out of business sale.
He has a bankruptcy, like an agenda, like a plan. He knows what he's doing,
and
he sucks up all that money from the government to get back into action, and then he fucking rolls out again. No, trust me.
And I'll cite a source. If you guys are familiar with the comedian Joey Diaz, Joey Diaz is a Cuban gentleman that's a hilarious comedian. Look him out. He's got a podcast also called the Church of What's Happening Now, I think, or something like that.
It's the Church of What's Happening, man.
But he's an awesome dude. Went to prison when he was younger for like kidnapping and robbery. He was a fucked up dude. He admits that he owns it.
Everybody deserves a second chance.
But he owns it. It is what it is, man. I mean, it's really not that. It sounds bad, but
or third in his case.
It's probably a situation that any of us could have been in at some point. But he was talking about Donald Trump, and he's like, there's no way in hell that guy's ever going to be president, because all the companies Trump evidently had, especially in his early goings, he'd build these buildings. So he's the owner of this building. So then you've got your general contractors, and you got all these subcontractors under them. Well, one of the ways that Trump made things happen and got things built, and if he had a budget that was this big and wanted to build something this big and couldn't make it happen, he simply would fuck over the subcontractors and stiff them, which the subcontractors, are using a shit ton of minority workers.
And we're talking about particularly in New Jersey and New York, where we're talking about like mobster-ass union shit going on.
Immigrant fucking central. It's what Joey Diaz was saying. He was like, man, somebody's either going to pick his ass off or expose him if we were to ever get to office.
Everybody's talking about. I hear all the time people saying, "I can't believe Obama hasn't been shot yet." Really, the only reason you're saying that is because he's fucking black. Let's just fucking put that first and foremost out to the fucking thing.
While we're pissing people off, I want to talk about that. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Trump will fucking get shot.
Yeah, I might be pulling the trigger because that fucking piece of shit irritates me.
Not in the cool Kennedy way where, you were actually trying to make a change and the fucking overall machine said, no, we can't have any of that.
Yeah.
We're taking you out. But
just in a thinning the herd of a fucking cancer.
Yes, just some skinny kid that plays WoW in Massachusetts is just going to find a gun in a lunchbox and fucking take him out.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be that dude that pops up when you search Villarreal, that other guy. That guy's practicing right now.
I'm telling you.
Right now he's playing Black Ops,
and it's obvious to me that he is one of those guys that's gonna try to do like the Reagan shit. He's gonna attack the game industry, the music industry.
The reports right now, he just says outlandish shit to appeal to the dumbest people in America.
He straight up said that freedom of speech is retarded, and any responsible and smart American would never allow freedom of speech because it degrades our society.
Direct response: have you seen your hair? You leave the house every day with that fucking dead squirrel in your head.
No.
You nailed it last week. I can't remember what it
was. The poodle. The Pomeranian toupee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I had to go through a couple breeds, but I found the toy that I was looking for.
But reports are saying now that he's more than likely just in here to ruffle feathers and talk bullshit, and then towards the end of the race,
just like Kane was the pizza guy.
Towards the end of the race, he'll get there and he'll drop out, and I don't think Trump wants any part of the fucking presidency.
No. He's done this before. I mean, he never went this far.
He did it last time, yeah.
Since like the early 90s, he's been like, I should run for president. Like, I saw a video where he was talking about it, like in, it was like he was like on Letterman or some shit, and he's like, I could do it, and I'm going to tell you why, with his fucking pompous fucking voice.
He can't keep a marriage together, but he's going to run our country, so good luck with that. Keep ordering brides out of Russia, asshole. Fucking piece of shit.
The fucking king of bankruptcy.
Oh, he's such a fucking douchebag. I just want to stomp his face.
That's all I want to get us out of our financial woes is a guy that has no idea how to run a fucking company. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. And he wants, he's so quick to criticizing people when his track record is just such a train wreck. I mean, really look at Donald Trump. And if you're one of these people shouting from the rooftops that you agree with everything he says, for the love of Christ, please suck on a shotgun because you're a fucking idiot.
If you go back to the last few elections, there was always a guy that was that. Like, for
example, you got to have one every time.
In the middle of all this military and fucking, like, straight up chaos that's going on in the world, people were actually going to vote for fucking McCain. Really? That guy was a fucking warlord. He said it in every fucking speech. Motherfucker flew one flight. Granted, he was a POW, but from what I've heard, it was at one of those like Club Med type of fucking. He wasn't even in a hard.
I think that's bad information. No, he was in some pretty fucked up shit. Yeah,
I really didn't know. I just threw that in because it made it better for my agenda.
Sorry.
I'm just like a politician.
You got to
The only
give me like a
difference
wink
is
or
I'm
something,
not asking
man.
for votes. I'm asking for views.
If you'd have given me a wink, I'd have helped you saw it. I'd be like, yeah.
Wink, no. I knew exactly what I was doing. I told
He
you
was
earlier,
in like a pillow top mattress.
I told you earlier that I do this, didn't I?
You did. You did.
Right.
I fall for it every time. I love
It's
it.
about time to wrap.
Yeah, it's about time to go. I tell you what, though, guys. This is going to be my promise to you for Wednesday.
Was she happy with that response, by the way?
I hope so. She hasn't responded. She hasn't told me yet because she'll let me know. Don't worry. she is not short on an opinion.
We spoke on your topic.
We may have to get her in here and put a microphone in her face because she'll say what she thinks. That I can guarantee you.
Getting people in here and putting a microphone in their face is not as easy as it sounds.
It's true. It's true. We're just naturally gifted. But guys,
she'll sit right there. Hey, I don't know. Next segment.
Yeah. All right, guys. Don't forget tomorrow.
He's coming up with very innovative ways to tell me to shut the fuck up. and at first it was downright cute. Now, fuck you.
Oh my God, just shut the fuck up.
I hope you bring another fucking co-host next week. I'm fucking serious. Cocksucker.
I'm an asshole.
You are.
It is what it is.
Are we done?
I think that's gonna be it, guys. Don't forget tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, Pimpy Cast with currently our associate producer Wes.
See, that's why we don't
DJ
want you here. You can't even speak English.
Yeah, I don't know words. But these guys are going to get on the mics and do some stuff that you guys can enjoy tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'll be back at 8 p.m. with Mr. Pimpy K, as always, making shit happen. But, guys, this has been The Deal. That's Pimpy K. I'm the asshole. Let's wrap this shit up and get out of here.
Good night, guys.
Deuces.